Hello and welcome to the ELT podcast. We are Lucía, Greta, Virginia and Mirna from the teaching training program from UADAR, Universidad Autónoma de Entre Ríos in Argentina. During these episodes, we are going to learn more about English language teaching or ELT. This podcast is made especially for people who love learning and teaching English, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about using songs or music in the English language classroom.
Before starting with the main topic, do you know what English language teaching or ELT is? Well, it is the teaching of English to people whose first language is, for example, Spanish. Its overall aim is to ensure that lessons run smoothly and activities work in order to facilitate our students' learning process. Necessarily, as in any other educational career path, we have to consider certain factors related to materials, learners' needs, space, time, tools, and how each one impacts and interacts with the others. Moreover, since teaching English impacts people in many ways, we, teachers, need to maintain learners' interest throughout our lessons. Consequently, we often have to be very creative in the techniques we use.
Now, let's stop with this tiring theoretical part and go to the funny one. Fortunately, there are many interesting devices which help us, teachers, engage our learners. For instance, one amazing teaching tool is the use of music in the classroom. But what makes music such a great teaching tool? Its universal appeal does so, connecting all cultures and languages. Come on, let's think about it. English songs are listened to in every part of the globe, and students often feel real progress in their level of English when they can begin to understand what they say or sing along to their chorus.
Right. I heard that music can play a really important part in the language classroom because it can increase its positive atmosphere. For those not in the know, music has the reassuring power to relieve people's emotions, refresh their minds, and foster their creativity. Therefore, active engagement with it can impact the way that the brain processes information, enhancing the perception of language and speech, and subsequently improving our ability to communicate with others and learn to read.
That's true. In my case, I always use my headphones when I'm studying. It helps me to feel relaxed and comfortable when reading or doing homework. Also, some people say that background music may help to focus on a task by providing motivation and improving mood. However, sometimes I stop reading or studying to sing since I really like the song that is playing. Don't blame me. Certain songs make me feel elated, so I need to sing them. Therefore, let's face the music. I don't think that music is a good idea for students in a classroom. It can distract them from the real purpose of the lesson.
I see your point. What happens to you also does to me, but it's something that most of the time you cannot get out of. However, that's why teachers need to know that music in the classroom doesn't always mean listening to a song, hanging on every word, and using the lyrics in some way. Music can be used inside the classroom in a multitude of ways. For instance, if music is playing as the students enter the class, it can be a very nice way to settle the group. Give the class a few minutes to settle down and then turn the volume down slowly, using the end of the music as an indicator for students that the class will begin.
Great idea! I believe students would love it. Another interesting advantage of using music in a classroom is that it can be used to calm down an overexcited class or to wake up a sleepy one. If you know that your students have high energy levels and sometimes need to calm down, try playing some relaxing music as they work. At first, they may find it strange, but as time passes, they will get used to it. With the sleepy teenagers, try putting some of their favorite tunes on as they work. It may help to increase their energy levels and engagement.
But how do we know which are their favorite songs? I'm really outdated about the newest songs and singers. I need to catch up with them. I think they would love listening to something that they enjoy in the here and now, not something that's really old and that they don't even know.
Well, before bringing music into the class, it may be useful to do a music survey or questionnaire in order to find out what the students enjoy listening to. As you said, you should try to use music they like as much as. Their preferences play a decisive role in whether or not a song will work with them. What do you think?
Absolutely. It is top priority to take into account our learners' likes and dislikes. Therefore, it will be great if teachers use different types of music to get different types of pictures. Regarding this, different types of melodies will provoke very different reactions in your students. You can explore this by playing a selection of different types of music pieces for a minute, or asking students to write some adjectives about how they felt when listening to the different types.
Yeah, now I see the benefits of applying music in the ELT classroom. It can engage students, and as a result, they will feel more motivated to deal with the activities we propose. Moreover, if we find out that they are a bit stressed, we can play some relaxing music to help them relieve the pressure. Not even to say, we can use different tunes to signal a specific moment of the class. For example, using one song before the lesson starts, another when they are doing activities, another when the class is finishing. Everything sounds awesome, but you also mentioned that music can be used in activities. Can you provide me with some examples? Because honestly, nothing comes to my mind.
You can use it to introduce new topics or themes, or to present new vocabulary and idioms. For example, you can use somebody that I used to know or call me maybe with intermediate students to review different past constructions. Also, you can use counting stars to do a general verb review using a fill in the blank exercise since it features the past perfect progressive, future, present, and present progressive.
Totally. I was thinking, and I remembered that you can use, for example, thinking out loud or beat it to teach idioms. They contain a bunch of idioms that can prove to be useful for your students. Remember that idioms are present in almost every conversation, regardless of the language used by the speakers.
Oh, I love all those songs. They are beautiful. About themes I thought about when you want to introduce a topic such as Christmas, Halloween, or New Year's Eve, among others. You can select some songs that will help you contextualize your lesson. Examples of songs that you can use are All I Want for Christmas Is You, Thriller, La Loba or She Wolf, and Happy New Year.
So classical anthems, everyone should know them. The other day I saw a video of a teacher that was using parts of a song called Seven from a Korean singer to teach the days of the week to little children. Those boys and girls seemed to love it. They were also dancing while singing. There you could really see how music can help in our lessons.
Yes, I saw the same video too. It reminded me of an old English teacher who used to use music a lot during our lessons. Do you remember her? The funny thing is that she actually had quite an unconventional taste in music. While most language teachers might opt for soothing or classical tunes, our teacher was a huge fan of rock and pop music. Her favorite was a classic Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, I remember one day she surprised us by playing the song in the classroom. At first, we were a bit puzzled, wondering how this rock anthem could be related to our English class. But as the song played, she handed out the lyrics and asked us to listen closely and follow along. We soon realized that the song was a gold mine of language learning opportunities.
Yeah, she prepared a worksheet with blanks, and our task was to fill in missing words from the lyrics as we listened. It turned to be a fun and engaging class exercise. We were so captivated by the music that we eagerly tried to catch every word and phrase.
I can still recall that as we worked on the lyrics, our teacher explained the meaning of idioms, metaphors, and colloquial expressions used in the song. For example, she broke down the line, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango, and explained its historical and cultural context. It was an ingenious way to combine language learning with cultural insights. The music also created some discussions. We debated the song's message and its relevance to the time it was written. It gave us a chance to express our opinions in English, improving our speaking skills. Moreover, our teacher used the song as a stepping stone to teach us about the band's history, British culture, and even the life of Freddie Mercury.
Such an unforgettable class. The thing is that by the end of the lesson, we not only had a better understanding of the lyrics, but we also had an unforgettable learning experience. This remains, in my case, as one of my most treasured memories from my English learning journey. It taught me that music can certainly be an impactful and enjoyable tool for language education. Okay, now let's wrap up what we have said so far. Music is a powerful tool in the English language classroom. It can be used to break the ice in a class where students don't know each other or are having problems communicating, to change the mood, to review material, to introduce a new theme or topic, to teach pronunciation, to engage and motivate students, to teach vocabulary and idioms, among many others.
Of course, however, to use it appropriately and make the most of it, we need to be aware of our students' likes and dislikes. Maybe doing a questionnaire where they write their favorite artists and songs can be useful. In most of the cases, their preferences influence a great deal their attitudes and emotions.
Now we have reached the end of this episode. We hope that you liked it and obviously that you have learned something new. If you have any doubts, don't waste time and do some research or send us a message. We will try our best to help you in any way we can. See you in another adventure.